I held an AK-47 by the time I was 13, but I didn't get my first stock until I was like 18. So like, put that in perspective. I held a gun, an assault rifle, quicker than I had economic opportunity in a fashion that is good for investment. Like, it's a foundational cornerstone of wealth. But I had access to that quicker. You know, like, that's kind of the life I was in. And I had to learn most of this by really good mentors that I was blessed to have. But realistically, most of it was just by trial and error. I read a lot. That was about it. Artworks for Milwaukee is a nonprofit agency that is interested in creating a new youth workforce that understands 21st century skills, and they understand creative mindset as well, because they don't, choose the pristine youth. They choose the youth that are kind of passed over, the ones that have problems, quote unquote problems. The fact that they really push education as well as the opportunity to just work for yourself. For most of these youth who I work with and I teach, this is like their first job, their first real job. Memoirs and Visions is a book that is about my life, it's about poetry, and it's about my art. I figured I'll do a digital release first, and then I'll do a limited edition print run of it. But it went off so well on Amazon that I'm probably just going to expedite my Memoirs and Visions too, because between the release of it and where I am right now, I've undergone a lot. Most people look at it as a photojournalism book with a very long narrative. Some people look at it as an autobiography with pictures at the end. And some people, they just look at it and they're like, wow. It's almost like the truth is stranger than fiction. It's like this guy who used to run with drug dealers, like shaking hands with aldermen. Like, how is this happening? I really feel like I'm a walking miracle. Like, some of the things that I've gone through, I don't believe I should be here. And I know that I wouldn't be here if it had not been for the Lord, for Jesus. I wouldn't be here. John Daniels and his entire family has been instrumental in my growth ever since I was about 13 years old. And we're very close to this day. The biggest things that they have done for me is just giving me an opportunity. They never gave me a job. They only gave me opportunity. They gave me books. They gave me talks. They gave me access to people. Milwaukee's African-American good is their legacy. And I'll say that. I truly believe any good African-American person that has come out of this city has had some interaction and has their life changed by the Daniels family. I really love that family. I appreciate them a lot. A spoken word artist is a person who does poetry in various forms, whether it's traditional or non-traditional, structured or not as structured, but it all goes back to the human experience. There was a gentleman named William Shockley who made a statement that was very controversial, to say the least, in his time. And he stated that Black people should stop reproducing for the sake of sparing the world of stupidity. And it jarred me. So I wanted to make an artistic rebuttal in the form of a performance. Broken Genius's name actually is synonymous with, I think, every human's life. We all have genius potential, but we all are innately broken, whether it's insecurities, self-perceptions, etc., and things that society projects upon us since we live in a very capitalistic environment where in order to make profit, they have to create a need, and sometimes that need is based upon the inadequacies of other people. So at the end of all of that, we're still okay. If you strip away the artificial, you just go to the essence of it. We're okay.